And I guess we're just going to have to do that. It's almost dead, which is actually pretty good. I'm a bit worried about this, to be honest. Hello Reformers, and welcome back to Slay the Spire. This video is for charity, and a third of the total proceeds will go towards the ESA Foundation, which helps young people get into game design college. And that is of course including my percentage. So anyway, if you'd like to pick up this game, there is a link in the description, and as I say, proceeds will go towards the ESA Foundation. Yes, great. I'm really good at that, aren't I? I'm really good at explaining these things. Anyway, point is, let's start. And we're gonna... Ooh, where do I want to go? There's a merchant here. That might be kind of fun. Let's go there. Alright, so we are on the next level now, basically. And we have this new item, which we gained in the previous episode at the end from the boss chest. At the start of each combat, channel 1 plasma. And this plasma gives us 1 energy at the very beginning of our turn, every single turn, which is actually really pretty amazing. Now we also have rainbow here, which I gotta say is pretty amazing as well, so maybe I want to use that. Let's do it. We're gaining some energy. Look at, wow, that's such a crazy, that is a really crazy card. And I want to use it more, personally. Okay, let's just attack him, I guess. We're doing a lot of damage now because, of course, we do have the vulnerability item that applies vulnerability to our opponent. And yeah, Hex is now going to be kind of annoying because every single time you play a non-attack card, which is basically a lot of my cards, then you're going to have some issues. Anyway, I probably want to use Blessed Cognition, but that is going to make my orbs really, really bad as time goes on. But we're going to play it anyway, and we're just going to play this, and we're just going to try and deal as much damage as possible. And then we're going to... Actually, I don't even need to play that. I'm just going to play an attack card, because we're going to gain a huge amount from our frost orbs right here as well. Our frost orbs are just absolutely doing the business right now. Let's do a little bit more damage with this, and we can now... Oh, look at that. At the end of this turn... Increase this orb's damage by 9. Deal 22 damage to the enemy with the lowest HP. And look at this. Evoke your next orb 2 times. And he's dead. Wow. That plasma? No, it's not. It's not plasma. It's that dark orb is utterly insane. It's crazy good. Okay, so I'm going to get... If I was doing a claw build, then I'd say yes, but it is 0 cost, so I'm going to take that just because it's 0 cost, and we're going to go for the question mark here. Oh dear. You encounter a group of bandits wearing large red masks. Hello, pay up to pass, a reasonable fee of all your gold will do. Okay, so we have to lose all of our gold, which is actually a sizable amount, or we fight them. I think we're going to fight them. They're actually not even that... They're not even that difficult as far as I can see right now, so I don't think we need to worry too much. Let's kill this one first, and let's do this. I was hopeful for a little bit more than that. And let's do this, and I think that's basically all I can do, unfortunately. I was hopeful for more. I was hopeful for more attack cards, but yeah, can't really do much. Okay, so now they're going to start attacking me super hardcore, and I guess I'm just going to do Blessed Cognition here. Sweeping Beam is going to be really nice for us. Let's do that, and then we'll just go for some defense. Well, that was a pretty decent attack there. I'm going to take a little bit of damage, but I don't really mind so much. Right. Okay, so I can draw a card. A load of cards, thankfully. And now technically what I can do is I should be able to kill Romeo, at least. Bear is going to be pretty difficult for us. So I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to do that, but I guess I'm just going to play Rainbow. Because personally I feel like Rainbow is utterly insane and an absolutely crazy card to use. So I'm pretty happy with that. And I'm just going to use Streamline now. And then I'm just going to use 2 defense, I guess. That would give me another 8 block, and then we'll get 5 on top of that. So I think that's pretty decent. I could use Cold Snap, but I don't really want to get rid of my lightning orb at the moment. It's actually doing some pretty nice work right here for us. Okay, this is still pretty good. Yeah, this is pretty good. We don't have to worry about this now. We can kill this guy, and this guy's now only going to do 9 damage, which is fine. So I'm just going to use Charge Battery, even though we are going to get some more block from our Frost Orb, but I think that's absolutely fine. Another Streamline right here, and technically we could do this, and he's dead. There you go. Nice, not bad. And now we're getting a red mask at the start of each combat. Apply 1 week to all enemies. Now that's pretty good. So we're basically giving vulnerability and weakness to every single opponent that we fight in the first turn, which is pretty good in my opinion. I mean, maybe it's not that good, but I think it's pretty nice. Anyway, at the end of each combat, heal 7 HP. Now that's amazing, I think, because that's really going to help us to stay at a high HP level. Otherwise, what else do we have? Deal damage equal to 2 times the Frost channeled this combat to all enemies? Wow, that's... I think that could actually be really crazy if you go for a Frost Orb focused build, and that's the thing with this class. This new class just seems to have so much flexibility within it. So basically you can create a multicolored orb build, which is what I'm attempting to do right now apparently. Didn't even really mean to. You can probably create a Frost kind of build, and you can, you know, create all kinds of awesome things. Okay, so gain 1 focus. That increases the effectiveness of channeled orbs by 1. I don't think that's that good, so I'm actually going to get self-repair. And hopefully we'll be able to heal ourselves just a little bit. Alright, so let's have a look. Okay, so dual cast is probably going to be pretty good for me to go for immediately. And that's going to deal a little bit of damage. Let's get some more protection. And we could technically go for recursion. That's going to give me more energy. And then I'll get some block and do some more damage. There you go. Okay, so we used all our cards at least. And they're going to try and steal my gold, which is not very nice of them. Oh no, it's not very nice at all. Okay, so otherwise, I guess I'm going to do Blessed Cognition here. And we're just going to try and kill them, I guess. I was hoping my lightning would actually kill this one, but never mind. Doesn't seem like it wants to. Let's do Sweeping Beam, I guess. Let's do Self-Repair. And I guess I could do this. We're going to gain 5 block plus 6, which is 11, so we're going to take 5 damage, which is kind of bad. Huh. I was hopeful for maybe a little bit extra here, but oh well, never mind. There's not much I can do about it. Now he's going to attempt to run here, but thankfully I got Streamlined, so he's now dead. If I hadn't gotten Streamlined, I'm not entirely sure what I could have done. Oh well, never mind. Go for the eyes. Deal 3 damage if the enemy intends to attack. Apply 1 weakness. That's actually pretty good. Otherwise, we do have Ball Lightning here, which is, again, very much tuned to a Lightning Orb build. And I'm going to take that as well. Because we're technically an orb build in general, so that's just what I'm going to try and do here. These guys are probably going to kill me. I'm just letting you know now, I'm probably going to die against these guys. So, prepare for that. Prepare for the disappointment. Yes, it's going to happen, probably. Okay, so let's do Cool-Headed then, and we'll just use some Evoke and just some defend cards, I guess. Basically what we got to do is just try and burst them down as quickly as possible, otherwise they're going to just do so much damage to us. But that's the thing, it's kind of difficult for me to do that. So let's just do this. And I could do Rainbow and then Ball Lightning. And maybe that's going to be good, so let's do that. Not as good as I thought, actually. Okay, let's deal 11 damage. And then we'll just kill this one, I guess. I can't really rely on my lightning orb to actually do anything right now. And let's just burst down the other one over there. Yeah, I think we should have this actually alright. Maybe? Maybe. Okay, let's deal a little bit of extra damage there. And now I can deal damage with dual cast. And that's going to do a lot of damage. But I'm wondering whether I should... Yeah, okay. I just kind of had to do it, because if I didn't do it, then they'd probably do 18 damage to me, and that's not particularly good. I don't really want to take 18 damage for nothing, so let's otherwise just do some defense. And just let our lightning orb tick away a little bit. I know we're losing focus every single turn, but it's... I guess it's worth it. And let's just do a little bit of that. Draw some cards to do claw and take it out. There you go. Okay, so I actually did feel a little bit more pessimistic about that particular encounter than it turned out to be. And a skill potion, that's new. Add a random skill card to your hand. It costs 0 this turn. That's actually pretty good. Okay, what's this? Deal 7 damage, draw 3 cards, discard all cards drawn this way that do not cost 0. Ah. Ooh, I've just thought to myself how awesome this card actually is if you go with a claw build. That's pretty crazy. Alright, well, I don't have a claw build. I literally only have one claw card, so it's not really worth it. So I'm going to go for recursion, I suppose. And we're going to go into the merchant here. And we're going to remove one of our cards, in my opinion. There's really no reason not to, because we have so many cards right now. Generally, this is not the way you really want to play Slay the Spire, unless you're going for something specific. And I wasn't really going for anything specific apart from just focusing on orbs, and maybe a little bit of defense here and there, and maybe just taking some of the more unique cards like Claw, for example. I think Claw is a pretty fun card to take, because you can see here all Claw cards deal 2 additional damage this combat, so every single time you use that, it gains power, as far as I can tell, so that's pretty nice in my opinion. Anyway, we do have a couple of items here. Curse cards can now be played. Playing a curse will make you lose 1 HP. On future card reward screens, you have 1 additional card to choose from, or we could just select from a variety of different cards here. And maybe I want to go for Beam Cell. Look at that. That's actually also something that we could use with the other card that we decided not to take. 0 cost. Look at these 0 cost cards right now. Mind Blast. Deal damage equal to the number of cards in your draw pile. And we actually have a lot of cards right now. So technically taking Mind Blast might actually be the way to go. That's actually kind of interesting. Otherwise you can obviously apply 1 vulnerable here. I'm probably going to buy one of these. And I'll probably buy Mind Blast as well. And that's probably what I'm going to leave with right now, because I think there's probably going to be another merchant along the way. Yeah, if I go down this way, which I think I'm probably going to, or I can go here, then that's going to be pretty good. Which way do I want to go? Yeah, I think probably this way is the best. Yeah, that seems to be the best way, actually. Alright, in front of you sits an altar to a forgotten god. Atop the altar sits an ornate female statue with arms outstretched. She calls out to you, demanding sacrifice. Unfortunately, I do not have the golden idol, so I will either have to lose 19 HP and gain 5 max HP, or become cursed and have this card plague me for the remaining amount of fights. I'm actually going to have to take that, because I don't want to lose that amount of HP right now. I think that's absolutely awful. So I'm going to have to go through here as well. This is going to be interesting. Oh dear, this plant is very damaging. Got to be a bit careful here, to be honest. Okay, so let's use self-repair. Go for this. Sweeping beam. And I guess we'll just have to use... We could do a lot of damage right now. Oh, that's fantastic. Okay, that's a great card to gain from that skill potion right here. I'm going to use dual cast right here, deal some additional damage to it, and then I'm just going to use that. And that's hopefully going to reduce a little bit of the damage that I'm going to take here. Now this is where the Silent, which is one of the other classes, actually comes in handy, because the Silent generally tends to have a lot of damage shields, and if you know what I mean, like thorns, it tends to have thorn damage quite often, and that is, in my opinion, pretty amazing to have at this point, because you're gonna... This plant generally tends to hit multiple times, so having thorn damage that deals 9 damage, 12 damage, 15 damage per hit to the enemy, that's amazing. It's pretty good. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use Mind Blast here, try and deal as much damage as possible, and I guess I'm going to use Cold Snap so this gets evoked, and then I can just use a couple more things. I mean, basically I just want to try and prevent as much damage done to myself as possible, so anything I can do to help that is, in my opinion, a good idea. Alright, so basically I can just do recursion twice and it's gonna die. Oh, it didn't? Really? Oh, okay, well that's fine. So we did have another attack card right there, and we also healed a little bit as well. Alright, so at the start of your turn, add a random common card into your hand. Ah, okay, so we already saw this card in action. I'm actually unsure, do we still have it in our deck? Not sure. Whenever you play a power, channel 1 lightning. Okay. So I'm going to go for Hello World here, because we might get some utility cards that are going to be really good. Ah, this is actually pretty nice. Okay, so we're going to remove a card from our hand. And that is going to be Decay. Goodbye. Thank you very much. Don't really want you in my deck anymore. And there's a pair. Raise your max HP by 10. Okay, so these guys are not too bad. This one is the Mystic is gonna try and heal as much as possible. The Centurion is just gonna try and bash our face in. We are going to try and focus on the Centurion. Personally, I feel like doing that is much better, because the Mystic doesn't really have that much damage, whereas the Centurion does. And in many cases, the Mystic tends to heal the Centurion up, and it doesn't really matter what you do. It just kind of heals over and over and over, and it's kind of difficult to get rid of. So I'm going to try and deal a little bit of extra damage here. And this is kind of bad. Draw some cards. It's not going to make any difference. I guess I'm just going to have to self-repair here. Yeah, this is not good. This is not good. So now the Centurion is going to go on the defensive, which is pretty nice. 14 extra damage from Mind Blast here. That's good. Let's get some additional energy. I don't need additional energy right now. That's kind of sad. I guess we do if I can... Oh, that's actually not bad. Okay. I don't even need to play these defense cards. It's actually kind of sad. But, yeah, I mean, there you go. So it's healing. But we are getting it down, and that's what really matters. So we can evoke your next orb twice, which is really not very good right now. It is not good at all to use that. My lightning orbs are not doing exactly what I would intend them to do, unfortunately. Okay, so we're going to have to use Rainbow here, I guess. And maybe we'll get something out of that. Didn't seem we got really much anything at all. Wow, we're really getting absolutely shafted as a result of this. Okay, maybe... I guess I'll just do a strike. I mean, in general, as long as we're able to keep our defenses up as much as possible, we should be okay. Do bear in mind that I'm not obviously the most, you know, the greatest player of Slay the Spire ever. I mean, you can obviously see that that's not the case, but I am just attempting to survive as best as I can. And there you go. That was pretty good. Okay, so we eliminated the Centurion now. Gonna use the Claw card again, and now the Mystic's not going to really be able to do too much. I mean, yeah, it can inflict some strategic negative effects and do a little bit of extra damage, but it's not really going to be able to do that much otherwise. Evoke your next orb and channel it. There you go. Look at that. Keeping this Dark Orb around as much as possible is going to really make a huge difference. And you know, once we have one enemy, the orbs are actually able to deal significant damage, and it's really pretty good. 1 damage I'm able to do now. Okay, so let's just draw a card, and then hopefully we can get something. There you go, Streamline's gonna deal with it. And what do we have here? Gain 8 block. This card's block is lowered by 1 this combat. Whenever you take attack damage, Channel 1 lightning. That actually seems pretty awesome, but think about it this way. You get attacked and you have a dark orb that is continuing to gain in power, and it could very well mean that you lose. Guess I'll take Steam Barrier. Alright, let's go into the campfire. Let's just rest. And we'll go into the merchant. And we're gonna try and remove an additional card, as well as maybe take a look and see what else they have here. Gain 1 focus, gain block equal to the number of cards in your discard pile. Remove all block from an enemy and deal 10 damage. That's very strategic. Right, well, I'm just going to remove another strike card here. Strike cards generally are not great. It depends if you go for maybe one of the other classes, not the silent, the other one. I can't remember what it's actually called. The iron skin, iron something or other. I can't remember what it's called, but the other class, the one that you get at the very beginning, that one does have a strike-based build. So if you do want to go with that, then you obviously have to keep as many strike cards on your on yourself in your deck as possible. Anyway, do I want to spend 80 gold on gaining 1 focus? You know, if this was 0 cost, I'd probably be like, yes, let me take that. But I think that's probably the upgrade for the card, so I'm actually not going to take anything. And we're going to go into the elite. Should I go into the elite? Yeah, okay, let's do it. Oh dear, the slave masters. Okay, this is kind of harsh. I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to be able to do this. I need to burst one of them down as quickly as possible. They're doing much less damage than they would normally be doing, so let's try and see if I can do something here. Yeah, okay, let's just do this. And then I'm going to do this. And then I guess I'm going to play Hello World, and we're just going to have to see what I'm able to get. They are going to try and debuff me, so I'm going to try and use this artifact potion. Try and reduce that as much as possible. If they are actually going to use something like that. It seems like maybe they're not, which is great. Let's use this block. And let's use Rainbow, because that's going to give me... Actually, yeah, I guess we have to. This is actually fantastic right now. Giving me this right now is really good. And I'm actually going to play it on this one, because I think we might be able to defeat this one next turn without us being at risk. Now that's fantastic. That's really good. There we go. Yeah, we're fine. We're utterly fine. No problem at all. As you can see, we're gaining so much block from our focus cognition and everything, and there's really no problem whatsoever. So we can just use that on this. We can literally just kill this with the easiest thing ever, and then we can do massive damage with recursion and dual cast, and we're done. There you go. Easy. not that easy, but you know, it worked out pretty well. At the start of each combat, gained 5 plated armor. That's a fantastic item. That really is a very good item. Channel 1 Dark. Oh yes. Gonna take this. Thank you very much. Okay, so we might have some issues here. This guy is going to be pretty difficult in my opinion, the Spheric Guardian, but maybe we can kill it quickly. It depends. Oh, that's amazing. That's really amazing. You know, actually, I'd like to kill this first, but personally, the Sentry doesn't actually deal that much damage in comparison to the Spheric Guardian, so I'm going to need to try and do as much damage to this as possible, and maybe I can do it. But I'm not holding out much hope, to be honest, because this thing will continue to buff itself with block cards, and it has Barricade, which means that it's going to keep block throughout its turn, because usually block will go off of you know, after a turn. So yeah, that's kind of bad. Anyway, let's see. I can evoke this, so I can deal 16 damage. That's alright, I suppose. I could get some more energy. Getting more energy is kind of useless. So if I channel this, I can get more energy, and then I can get some more block from dual cast, I suppose. I guess I could do that. Then I can deal a little bit of extra damage. I mean, you see, that's the thing. This sentry is going to basically do 8 damage and then miss a turn, 8 damage and then miss a turn, because it continues to just debuff you every single turn. But this thing can actually deal some nice damage. So we need to be a bit careful of it. Let's play Steam Barrier here. We're going to have to play this and then just try and remove its artifact, because it has that annoying ability. And I guess we're just going to have to do that. It's almost dead, which is actually pretty good. I'm a bit worried about this, to be honest. I think we should have this in the bag, but you never know, you know? It's always those kinds of battles in Slay the Spire where you're always like, huh, am I okay? Am I not? You know? And that's the kind of cool thing about it at the same time. Anyway, let's just kill it. I love these Dark Orbs. The Dark Orbs are absolutely fantastic. They really are. Really good cards. Okay, so... Guess I'll go for Streamline. And we're going to rest up. I'd love to be able to upgrade a card every now and again, but I just take too much damage. I'm actually kind of surprised I made it here, to be honest. I think we probably are going to die now, but I said that before and we still survived, so who knows. Maybe we'll be able to survive. Let's see. That's all I could do. There's not much more. I'm going to use an artifact potion, because you never know. Maybe he's going to debuff me at some point. Now he's going to summon minions, and these minions are going to deal actually quite a lot of damage, so I'm a bit... I'm not really happy about that. But, well, we'll see what we can do. Okay, Mind Blast for 25 damage. That's actually pretty nice, but I should, in my opinion, probably have a lot more damage at this point. But that's just how it is. I mean, sometimes you're just not able to get what you want. And let's go for Mind Blast again. Let's do another Mind Blast right there. And we can evoke... And then we can also Streamline. Yeah, I think that's okay. Try and deal as much damage as possible. These little minions, they're not going to do that much damage, but they are going to make things uncomfortable, and it's going to be a bit annoying. So I'm not entirely sure if we're going to be able to do this. Let's see if I can... Actually, you know what? I'm going to play this. I'm gonna do this so that we can keep the Dark Orb rolling, and then I'm gonna use Ball Lightning on this guy, and I guess we could do full offense. Do you want to do full offense? Let's do full offense. Why not? Let's try it out. Let's try this again, because they did take that off. We're dealing a lot of damage right now with our lightning orbs, passively. And I could do another one. I could get some rainbow going on here, which would be pretty awesome. But let's do this first. Ah, I didn't want it to hit that. Oh well, never mind. It's fine. It's not a big deal. Okay, they're only going to attack me for a very small amount this time, which is okay. Lightning Orb's still up and running. Do bear in mind that I have used Focused Cognition now, so focus is going to start going down a lot. So we are going to need to kill these things quickly. So I'm going to use this just to draw a card, and then we can draw some more cards from this. Do I want to do that though? I could evoke it for 24 damage. And then I could do a little bit more damage with Ball Lightning. Okay, we're gonna do this. We can evoke that. Well, actually, we can't evoke that right now, but I can use Claw for free. I could do a little bit of extra card draw. That's not gonna really do that much, but it is damage, so I guess we'll just do that. Oh, Mind Blast and 22 damage. Oh, thanks very much. That was really lucky. Very lucky indeed. I think we got this, actually. Maybe we have this. I mean, he's going to do 31 damage to us, which is okay, because we actually do have a bunch of defensive cards right now. So we should be fine. But I'm a bit worried. So let's see if I can maybe get something. Ah, now here's the thing. This might actually very well spell his doom. I think he's dead. The passives from all of these things are going to kill him. There you go. We did it. Fantastic. That was great. That was really, really nice. Okay, so otherwise... Oh yeah, you know what I'm taking. You know what I'm taking. Oh yes. Prevent the next time you would lose HP. Wow, that's actually pretty insane. Huh. Against a boss? That's pretty amazing. I mean, if you can imagine that. Wow. Huh. You know what? Maybe I should take that, but that's kind of difficult to use in my opinion. It's 2 energy cost. But Rainbow is calling to me. I love Rainbow. It's just so nice. The dark and the frost and the lightning orbs. I don't know. I really don't know, actually. Prevent the next time you will lose HP. I mean, it's only once. But if you can prevent damage from like 50 damage or something like that, but you have to make sure that you have it at that precise moment. So I'm going to go for Rainbow. You just have to make sure that you have it, and it's just a bit too difficult to ensure that. So that's why I went with the other thing. Anyway, we're going to take this item, gain energy at the start of each turn, but we can no longer obtain potions. Which is kind of sad, because potions actually did help us out quite a great deal. Anyway, that will be it for this episode. If you'd like to help out a great cause and pick up an amazing game in the form of Slay the Spire, then you can visit the link in the description and in the pinned comment, and you can help out the ESA Foundation while you know, doing your own thing and trying to get through all these enemies, just like I am attempting to do, and maybe we'll be able to do a bit more in the next episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.